But activation is a committed choice, and that's what I want you to stick with. It's unconditionally living with purpose and constantly chasing passion. That's it. It's pretty like, oh, that's it, right? Then I can just do that. Activation is your talents, your gifts, your strengths, your weaknesses, choosing yourself, living with passion, and making moves forward. That's the activation part. It's like you can be your happy, amazing self with all these ideas, but if you don't like take that step forward, then you're just kind of sitting there with lots of awesome ideas, really not putting them to work. But to get there, to get to the full activation, you have to work on your self-love. Who here loves somebody? Like really, really loves somebody? Oh, that's amazing. Who do you love? Mom? Who else? Husband? Kids? Nobody loves themselves? That's not like something that like jumps in your head. You're like, I love me! Because it sounds ridiculous, right? Who do you love? Myself, right? That's great. But the reason that you don't automatically and voluntarily say, I love myself, I choose me, is because we're a society that is based on perfection. But you have to learn to give yourself grace, right? You have to give yourself grace. That Pinterest mom, being the baker and the interior designer and the party planner, you don't have to do that. I'm gonna give you one of my little mantras that I say to myself all the time. I mean, you've got to get them, right? Do you want like better? Okay, cool. When I'm struggling, I say like one key phrase to myself, and I say, there are no failures, just lessons. Today could have been a bomb, and it would have been awful, right? But I would know next time in order to change some things. Who owns their business? Who owns their business, works their business? Okay, a lot of you. If your business is suffering, you're not connecting with your audience. It's like pure and simple. They don't know you. Long-term success, I will tell you after being in business for myself for over 12 years, is always gonna come from connection and authenticity. Always, your long-term success. Your quick success can happen, oh, you've got great energy, I love working with you, or your prices are great, right? But the long-term, they gotta know you and connect with you. Anybody compare themselves to somebody else? That was a really big one for me. She's taller than me, she's skinnier than me, she's a better mom than me, right? Her kids play 9 sports, right? All these things, and you just compare, right? It took me a really long time to figure out that my time was much better spent, instead of comparing myself to them, celebrating them. When you start celebrating the people around you that motivate you, inspire you, guess what? You level up. This year, and hopefully through this talk, I hope that activation becomes your mother tongue. I hope that it's something that you think about. I hope that it's something that you make that conscious choice. You're just walking around and you're like, sorry, I'm busy, I'm activated today. I got things that I'm working on. So you take the time to explore your intrinsic strength, because that's your superpower. The things that you're like owning and you're like undeniably good at, stop thinking that you're not good at them. I've been told my entire life, you're too loud, you're too hyper, you're too rebellious, you're a round peg in a square hole. I was weird, I don't know. Like, I've just always been too energetic. I'm Italian, I'm Puerto Rican, like you get a lot. You get a lot here. And I always thought like, dang, how am I gonna change that? How can I be like a better person? Like I just tone it down, right? You need to be more quiet. And the next time you're faced with a choice, I hope that you take the time to choose yourself. If you ask me something, or if something presents itself to me and I don't go, hell yes, I wanna do that. If it's like it's a no.
She energizes me. She helps me see the things that I'm good at that I'm not necessarily able to see, and it always makes me want to do more and more and more.
She is the easiest person to learn from because she's very real and very simple in what she communicates with you.
I flew here all the way from Orlando because I was super excited to finally see it in person, and it exceeded my expectations. She's got so much to share with you. Her activation style is incredible. She'll keep you laughing while teaching you something at the same time. Come see her. You've got to do this program because she's taken my own personal business from here to here.
I was just very inspired by how she turned, her personality and things that she was insecure about into the positives. And I liked how she touched on how she turned it into a lifestyle and kind of empowered all of us to kind of take what we're insecure about and make it into a positive.
That's so great. I've never heard of an activation coach before, so this was a really eye-opening experience. I thought it was really empowering how she went down one road and thought this one career was great for her, and then just kind of turned around one day and felt the energy was pulling her in another direction, and I think I'm going through something similar. So it was really inspiring to hear it from someone else. And also I really loved that she, if something is not a hell yes, it's a no. And I think that's something we all need to remind ourselves of.